I woke up this morning and had something tweaked in my shoulder. So guess what we're going to do at the gym today? Shoulders. What is going on today, guys? We're on the way to the gym. We're going to hit some shoulders. You know, I did wake up with my shoulder tweaked a little bit. I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal. There's only a certain way that it hurts a little bit. Like when I do side laterals or overhead presses, it doesn't hurt. But when I hold my hand facing outward, anterior, and then laterally raise it, that's when it kind of hurts. But it's gotten better over the past couple of days. I'm going to hit shoulders and then do a touch of chest at the very end. I'm going to do probably 3 sets of chest, of some type of incline chest. Update on Ronnie Coleman. The other day I shared a video that you could watch here or here, wherever. I shared a video about Ronnie Coleman, retatrutide, and refeeds. And Ronnie Coleman was going underneath surgery. And I do have an update on Ronnie Coleman. And he is doing a lot better. Here's an update from his family. Ronnie's doctors have managed the source of the bloodstream infection and are now treating it directly, an encouraging step forward. He's also underwent successful, minimally invasive heart procedure to support his overall quality of life. With these developments, our focus is beginning to shift from critical care to recovery. So that's good. They're putting together this thing called Ronnie Strong to develop awareness for sepsis, which is an infection in the bloodstream. Sometimes you can get sepsis and you don't even know that you have it. I had sepsis back in 2019, and luckily I found it because there was a big pocket of pus that built up in my hip joint, and that was the only reason that I found it. Otherwise, I would have never went to the hospital. So it's deadly. My son's mother, she died from it. Mine was drug-induced. Hers was drug-induced. Ronnie Coleman's probably not drug-induced like ours was, but he's doing good. So that's a good step in the right direction for Ronnie. We need him to stay around as long as possible. Let's move that over just a little bit. So it's Friday. It is 12:03. Hopefully there's not a lot of people in the gym today. We're going to Gold's Gym again. What I plan to do, dumbbell presses are pretty good. Overhead dumbbell presses, they're good. I tell you what activates the dumbbell, what grows the muscle, shoulder muscle the best and puts them cannonballs on it. A lot of things do, but supposedly backed by science, this is what builds it the best, is standing, either dumbbell overhead presses or barbell overhead presses. I think dumbbell is activated a little bit more, but standing, you're not as strong. And if you want to give those a shot, you can give them a shot. Usually I could do like 80 or 90s or 100s, 110s above my head. But if I'm standing, that's not the case. And we're not going to do those today because I do have a little bit of a tweaked shoulder. We're going to do something very fixed. So either a Smith machine press, or we're going to do a plate-loaded machine press. One of the two. We're going to do that. And then side laterals, I might do 2 variations of that. Dumbbell lateral raises and maybe cable lateral raises, I'm not sure. We're going to do 2 exercises of rear delts to make sure we really hit those. And then we will do some cable upright rows and superset that with this. It's sort of like an upper chest movement, but it also works your front delts. So we're going to do that. That's the plan. Plans change, but yeah. I am wanting to watch this new show called Life After Lockup. Somebody posted about it on Snapchat, and ever since I've seen it, I want to watch it because it's weird because these people get with people while they're locked up. I've been locked up. I know what we say to people on the outside, especially women, as coming from a man. Women also do it that are locked up, doing it to men. But we promise everything, and we say that we're going to do this and that, and you get with these people that's on the inside and they have all these big plans and they're going to be an entrepreneur and they're going to school when they get out and they're going to have this job lined up and et cetera, et cetera. A lot of times, I don't know the percentage. I wish I knew. I wish I had a percentage, but most of the time, people that have been locked up and incarcerated, especially in prison, they're not going to be rehabilitated. They're going to get out and then go back to being locked up again. Or they're actually drug addicts. They just can't get around any drugs right now, so they seem like a functioning human being. So I'm going to watch that show tonight while I eat my shrimp and greens or my steak and greens. I tell you, man, everybody, imagine this right here. Two lines, well, two windows. Above one window, it says, people who want to win. And then above the other window, it says, people who are willing to do what it takes to win. Which line do you think is going to be longer? Obviously the people that want to win, because there's a lot of people that's not willing to do what it takes to win. And even if you do attempt to win, you're not guaranteed to win. But I think of who you become in the process is way better than the destination that you're going to reach, even if you win or don't win. Like competing in whatever it is that you're trying to do, you're going to become a better person from that. And I just got this idea for myself, and maybe you could apply this to yourself if you wanted to, but why not you? Why can't you get on stage? Why can't you start that business? Why can't you, bench press more than anybody else? Why can't you start a YouTube channel? Why can't you make content? Why can't you write a book? Why can't you start that business, etc.? Like, why not you? And you get to the point of like, you need to stop consuming and start producing, contributing something back to society. And the fact that you could put in all this effort and you could try and give up all your time and lose sleep, maybe lose friends, maybe lose money, and still not win, and you still have that chance to lose, that puts a lot of people out of the race right there. If you can just show up consistently, you're going to beat 90% of people if you could just show up consistently. And even if you don't win, listen, we're not getting out of this life alive. And this is my philosophy on doing things that put me out of my comfort zone. We're all going to die one day. None of this is even going to matter. This video might live on, but eventually it'll die off. Everybody that you think that's going to judge you, they're going to die too. Nobody's going to be here 2 or 3 generations from now. Unless you did something super great, nobody's going to even remember who you are. So, for me, that frees me up of a lot of judgment that I feel like I place on myself, and I feel like a lot of people judge me for it. I'm like, oh man, I don't want to do that because so-and-so is going to judge me. Well, 3 generations from now, it's not going to matter anyway. That person that you thought that's going to judge you, like they're actually worried about you judging them. Everybody's worried about it. Everybody's going around like worrying about the pimples on their face, that people are going to say something about the pimples on their face, but they don't realize that like everybody else is worried about their own pimples. Everybody's got their own problems. So like, why not you? Why can't you be that person that just, I don't know. So, and then if you make it to be 60, 70, 80 years old, the one thing that you're going to look back with that's going to weigh heavier than anything else of looking stupid, of losing money, of anything is regret. That's going to weigh heavy. So you might as well do everything that you want to do right now, because 1, you're not going to make it out of this life alive. 2, everybody that you think is going to judge you, they're going to die too. And 3, once you get to 80 years old, you don't want to look back on your life and think about what if and have regrets, because I guarantee you, if you talk to a lot of people that are elderly, nursing homes or whatever it is on their deathbed, they're not going to say, hey, I felt like I shouldn't have made content that one time because that one video I made looked stupid. They're going to think about the things that they wish they would have taken a chance on. So if you have an idea to take a chance, if you want to get on stage and take a chance, if you want to start that business, and people are talking about, oh, why would you do that? Why don't you have a job? And oh, that's not going to work out. People will place their limiting beliefs on you, and you don't have to accept those. So that's my motivational rant for the day. Why not you? You're going to die one day. The people you think that's going to judge you, they're going to die, and you're going to be old one day, and you're going to look back, and you don't want to carry around regrets. That's heavy. I just got here to the gym. We're going to see how busy it is. But even if it ain't busy or not busy, we got to kill it. We got to kill it. That's all we can do. 60 minutes. I'm trying to be in and out really quick today. I'm not trying to do a lot of messing around. I'm not trying to, like, we're hitting it, hit it and get it. All right, we are good and warmed up, and did a little bit of jibber jabbering with some people, a guy that I'm competing with in September. Just talking about stuff. We got a good pump. About to take this pump cover off. I'm worked up to 2 sets here. Did my calves, did my abs, did about, hell, I don't know how many sets I've done. I don't know. 4 or 5. We're up to 2 plates. We're going to get up to 275 though. So, yeah. Oh, yeah. All right, we're up to 275 right here. This is where the rubber meets the road. We're going to do 2 heavy sets like this right here. Heavy, heavy. Last set, I might do a strip set, drop set of, we'll see. We'll see what we do when we get there. I'm just going to focus on this set right here. I couldn't hook that. I got it up there, but I couldn't hook it. We're gonna leave it there. We're gonna do a drop set. All right, so here we are. The goal here is to do 5, and then to do 10, 15. I have some stoppers in place. I don't know if you can see those on camera, but I'm not trying to go any lower than that, and if I fail. So let's get into this right here. Let's raise this up just a bit. All right. Let me play my music. Whew. Let's go. I'm tired. Let's get 10. 10, 9, 8, 6. Whew. Had more than 10. That was good. Let's go do some side laterals. All right, we're hitting some Side laterals. I've already did a feeler set. We're gonna do 3 pretty good ones here. These side laterals, this is what's gonna build that wide look that everybody wants. The wider you look, the bigger you look. It's not about how big you are, it's about how big you look. Let's add a little bit of weight to that. So the side laterals here, I usually prioritize these. I usually always do them first. I just wanted to go ahead and get, there's only 2 places to do these, the Smith machine overhead press. So if I didn't go ahead and do those now, I don't think that I'd get the machine. And I didn't want to do dumbbell. I forgot to put do not disturb on my phone. So I used to very much lack in my shoulders, obviously not now, but I prioritize these, and I also did them on my chest day. All right, next set. This feels a little heavy. We're gonna do a drop set of that next set, because notice how I wasn't getting them all the way. We'll do some partials and then do a drop set of something light. I haven't been doing too many drop sets. For some reason, I'm just feeling it today. I don't know. They're good though. I don't know what the goal is to do here. We're gonna get 10. There won't be 10 full ones, and then we'll go to half. Do 10. Probably won't get full ones, and then go half of this, and then double the reps. Let's go. All right, half the weight, double the reps. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, for the win. I feel like that it should be almost mandatory to wear a tank top on shoulder day. Sometimes I play the modest role, but I mean, when it's shoulder day, how do you not? So the goal here on these exercises right here, the goal is not to really go heavy, because this is I guess you'd consider it an accessory movement, but we're going to aim to get like 15 and squeeze, stretch and squeeze. That's perfect weight right there. All right, set number 2, same weight, 15. 5, 4, 3, 2. Whew. That's getting hard. One more set. Fuck. All right, let's do something else. All right, so what we're gonna do is these upright rows supersetted with front raises. I'm only gonna record this set. I'm gonna do this 3 times. Let's go. Drop the weight. Underhanded. Let's go. So we did Smith machine overhead presses. I've done cable lateral raises. I've done cable rear delts. I did that superset with upright rows and front raise. So we're gonna do these lateral raises right here. I might do some more rear delts, maybe at least 2 sets on the machine, chest fly machine, but we'll do it on the rear delts for it. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest about 30, 45 seconds and get back to it. If you guys have never done, I don't even know where my phone is to turn my music down. If you guys have never counted backwards on a set, like if you got a big heavy set that you're trying to do, counting backwards from 10, way different than counting up from 1. Or if you have 5 left, I say 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 for the win. Or you could say 5th place, 4th place, 3rd place, 2nd place for the win. My coach does that. Team Haynes training. That's what he does. It works. Whew. Whew, that's it for that. I don't really need to hit these, but rear delts is what's going to give you 3D delts, and I just really want to see what my shoulders look like recording this. One more set. All right, man.
See you, brother.
All right, take it easy. I tell you one thing they don't believe in here, and that is re-racking weights. It is wild. I mean, I don't understand how you could use weights and then you're done with the machine and then you just leave them on there. There's a machine behind me right now that had 2 plates and a quarter, one of those back lat plate loaded machines. 2 plates and a quarter left on there. How do you do that? How do you work out on a machine and just leave that there? That's wild. I don't get it. I don't know. But I'm gonna do 2 more sets of these. This one's probably gonna be a little difficult, and then we're gonna go check the pump out. Let's see what we got, man. All right. I could barely get that mother off, man. Not bad. Shoulders are looking pretty good. That rear delt's popping. That's what we need. That is what we need. Woo. Quick ab check. Yeah, not bad. See you in the car. Workout done, my boy. We done. Out of there. Gone. Now, for the rest of the day, I don't know what we're going to do, but that was a good workout. That was a good shoulder day. Good weight. Felt good. And it's wild because I woke up, I told you at the beginning of this video, my shoulder hurt. And it'll probably hurt tonight, but it feels good. In the first couple sets, kind of hurt a little bit. But like once I get to going, we're good. Coachy. I drank my post-workout, 2 scoops of protein powder, 1 scoop of carbs. I think this next week is when it's going to start cutting out all that, cutting down carbs more. Today was a low-carb day. 3 low-carb days, 1 high-carb day. Low-carb days are 180 carbs. High-carb days are about 360 carbs. I actually don't count that carb powder, which is about 25 grams of pure carbs. So, I mean, you could probably add a little bit to that. It's hot outside today. I don't know how hot it is where you are, but I know in Nashville, Tennessee, it's hot. It's hot. Yeah, that for whatever reason at that place there was there. It's like people don't re-rack their weights, and it's not just on some machines. It's on a lot of machines, and I've seen it a lot. And I don't understand what could make somebody feel like they don't need to re-rack their weights. It boggles my mind. It really does. It boggles my mind. Tight, tight. I love 3-way stops. Love it. They're good. You don't have to stop, but it's cool. I swear, I'll never understand. One of the things that can make me come unhinged more than anything in this world is traffic. That I've avoided this gym for a long time. One of the reasons was because of that three-way stop. You got three cars. I stop, the one on my right stops, and the one straight ahead stops. And then you got people coming from this light. They don't have a stop sign yet. And just like back there, the person stopped and they were looking at me like, well, brother, sister, you didn't have a stop sign. But that's neither here nor there. That is neither here nor there. I can't control other people. Maybe they didn't know. Maybe they were having a bad day and they just weren't paying attention. Maybe it's their first time in this area. I don't know. Who am I to judge? I know that I got to get home. Traffic's getting bad. Ronnie Coleman's doing better. And so I didn't necessarily have to hit my rear delts again. I wanted to, because it's good to, I mean, that's what's going to give you that 3D delt look, is that right there. I didn't get a chance to look at my pump pics because the lighting looked low. There's hard to find good lighting in that gym. Like, they got good overhead lighting, but it's like too much light, and it's too high up, and it's straight down instead of being spread out. And so I didn't really see that good of lighting right there. Everybody wants to win. Not everybody wants to do what it takes to win. Man, I swear I was just thinking about that again. And just, I just don't, like, you have to pursue something. And that's what's really good about, I mean, I don't know if you like America or not. For these days, it seems like if you like America, you're some weirdo. I personally feel like America is okay. But one of the things that I like about America is that you can just pursue anything that you want to. Like, we have the freedom to do anything that we want to do. And you can do that in a lot of other countries too. You can do that anywhere. A lot of places. A lot of places have freedom. But there are some places that, if you were just born in China or born in North Korea, unfortunately, you probably just don't have a lot of freedom. And you don't have a lot of choice over, like, what ideals that you want to pursue. And what you can do is that at any given time, if you don't like the direction that you're walking in, like, you can just completely change it. Like, if you're a banker and you've been a banker for 20 years and you're like, I want to get in shape and I want to compete and get on stage and I want to start personal training and do something different with my life, you can immediately start doing that. Like, nothing is stopping you. You can immediately start. You can pursue whatever you want. But the main thing is to pursue something. To pursue something. And something else that I was talking about earlier, when I say people judge you and don't worry about it, etc., the credit belongs to the man in the arena. The credit belongs to the man in the arena. Teddy Roosevelt said that. It could have been Eleanor Roosevelt that said it. I don't know. I know that they said it. It is not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles or how the doer of deeds could have done better. The credit belongs to the man marked by dust, by sweat, by blood. You know how it goes. I don't know it word for word. But, at the end of it, it's like, who at worst can fail, fail and, not succeed, but at best knows the triumph of, victory, and his soul never will belong with those who neither know victory nor defeat. I mean, you could sit on the sidelines your whole life, but you got to pursue something. And one of the best places to start, if you don't know what to pursue, is yourself. I mean, why not? It's never too late to become a better version of yourself in life. It's never too late to become a better version of yourself in life. It is always the right time to get better. And I was stuck on this 1% better thing for a long time. And I was like, I need to get better. I'm on this grind. I'm on this grind. And it was really wearing me out. And I kept feeling like, get better, get better, get better. And then I read something by Mark Manson. And if you guys don't know who Mark Manson is, he wrote the book, The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. He wrote that book. And that book, it gave me a perspective shift that I needed. Because up until that point, I was on this 1% better and blah, blah, blah. And then there was something in his book. And this is why I like to read and watch videos, because a lot of times, like, a whole book might not have shit in it, but there's one piece that, like, I just needed to give me that perspective shift. And in that book, he said something about, like, if you're trying to get better all the time, you're saying that you're not good enough as you are right now. And at the time, about a year ago, maybe 6, 7, 8 months ago, I kind of was in that spot, and I felt like I wasn't getting, I felt stuck, and I just needed to continue to climb and continue to climb. And studying that, and also learning about, neurotransmitters of dopamine and stuff like that, of trying to pursue and anticipate more, and that comes with my addiction that I had too, with 15 years of drug use, of seeking dopamine. And it's not so much the drug use, it's just I'll seek that in everything. And so trying to always get better, there's nothing wrong with trying to get better, and it's always great to pursue something, but you are fine as you are right now. You are enough as you are right now. And that's what I needed to come to grips with, because I've always said it, but I never believed it. But at the same time, on that same coin, if we flip that coin over, I do feel like I have to be progressing in some area, and it doesn't have to be small, but I think that a lot of, like, depression and stuff that people have is from regressing in life or going backwards. If I'm getting up and if I'm getting a little bit better, and that's the reason that I adopted that mindset, is because I struggled with depression, and I felt like I wasn't enough, and I was insecure, and I was always people pleasing, and I felt like I got in people's way, and people didn't like me, and I always felt like I had to get, like, I wasn't ever going to be good enough for anybody or for myself. And when I started eating a little bit better, when I started doing something active, when I started doing something more spiritual, when I started writing down journal, meditating, taking time out of the day for myself, and I felt like every time that I did that, maybe I meditated for 5 or 10 minutes. I still have the same job, I still have the same money in my bank account, I still live in the same house, like, nothing's really changed, but in that moment, like, I felt like I got a little bit better. And that's how I feel a lot of times when I go to the gym, is that nothing's really changed, but if I look back 365 days, everything's different. A lot different. Or even 2 years, it's a lot different. And pursuing something, when you don't know what to pursue, pursuing yourself is always the right choice. Pursuing getting better, pursuing reading a book, pursuing learning a skill, pursuing getting more healthier. Because when you do that, you never know who you're affecting and who, like, people are watching you. Like, you right now watching this, people are watching you, and there's probably somebody in your life that's inspired by something that you're doing that you have no idea, that is like a gift that you have. It just comes natural to you, and you just do it, and you don't really think nothing about it, but it helps somebody. And you know it too. So it's always a good idea to get better, to hone your craft, or whatever it is. Pick something, walk in that direction. If you don't like it at any given time, you can stop walking in that direction and go into another direction. If you're young, you have plenty of time. If you're my age, 37, you have plenty of time. If you're older than me, 40s, 50s, you have plenty of time. It's never a bad time to become a better version of yourself. Never a bad time. So that's my daily motivational rant. I'm going to go home and study some stuff on fitness, study some stuff on YouTube and bodybuilding, learn some new skills, cook some food, relax with my dogs. One of the things that I struggle with is disconnecting. and sitting down with my dogs and watching TV, it's easy. But my mind races very, very fast all the time. Like things are going through my head. I'll wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning with an idea that I need to look up right then, and it's really bothering. So I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna meditate. That slows my body down. By about 4 or 5 minutes in, I can finally feel my face relax and I can finally feel my body relax. And if you're stuck around this long, I really appreciate it, because a lot of times I just get this stuff in my head of like wanting to talk and get things out and just talk about whatever. You know, I'm a fitness guy and I'm a bodybuilder, but I'm also personal development is really big to me. Like fitness is part of my personal development journey of physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. And I did say, you know, GD back there in the gym, and I'm not perfect. I am consider myself a Christian, but I hit my knee and it hurt really bad. It's been a good day. It's been a good day. No more carbs, but that's okay. That's okay. I am grateful. I am grateful for food. I'm grateful for the gym. I'm grateful for the ability to be creative and just share this right here. And I'm grateful for authenticity. And I'm grateful for social media. And I'm grateful for each and every person that watches this. And I'm grateful because you liked it, this video. And if you want to leave a comment below of something that you're grateful for, other people can see that. So do that. And my playlist is going to pop up here in a minute of my other workouts. Watch those.